Hello everyone, welcome to Dr. Rajesh Biogenesis Chemist Academy, Hyderabad, Telangana State. So this is your second video of pinacol pinacolone rearrangement, that is part 2. So in last video we discussed complete applications regarding to migrating group. In this video we will discuss about what is semi-pinacolic rearrangement and miscellaneous reactions of pinacol pinacolone rearrangement. So normally when 1,2 ditertiary alcohols are present, that is under treatment of acid dilute medium, that will give a carmyl compound, that is called pinacol pinacolone rearrangement. So in this case what will be the stereochemistry of living group as well as migrating group? So living group is hydroxy, migrating group is any alkyl. So always it should have a anti-periplanar arrangement. Anti-periplanar arrangement means, see, this is a living group in pinacolic rearrangement and this is a migrating group. So definitely adjacent carbons should carry hydroxy groups here. So what is the primary condition for pinacolic rearrangement, both for living group as well as migrating group? So always remember, the selective living group and adjacent carbon migrating groups are anti-periplanar. Anti-periplanar is nothing but a perpendicular to each other. If living group and migrating group, if they are not anti-periplanar, then definitely they may undergo ring contraction. Ring contraction nothing but ring size is going to be decreases. So here H2SO4 is removes this hydroxy group after adding proton. See, you may get H2O plus methyl and here hydroxy and here one more methyl group is present. Remove this water molecule. So after removing this you will get carbocation and see, this is CH3 and here OH and here one more CH3 group is present. Now migrating group is exactly anti to living group, so that's why this will migrate from here to here. So after migration this will carry positive charge. Now two methyl groups are present. Now this is stabilized by these non-bonding electrons. Finally you may get a carmyl group here. There is no ring contraction. Why? Because living group and migrating group both are axial, diaxial, anti-periplanar. Suppose if these two are syn to each other. Syn to each other means, see, here I am writing methyl group here. Now here I am writing one more methyl group. This is hydroxy and here also hydroxy. Now migrating group, living group are completely away from anti-periplanar arrangement. During this situation, migrating group is not conventionally available. That's why what happens after losing water molecule, see here, this is the one, this hydroxy group is removed in the form of water and here you may get a carbocation. Already hydroxy group is present and CH3 is present. Now what happens, see, there is a ring contraction takes place here. This bond migrate from here to here. So after migration this will attack from here to here and this will carry CH3 positive charge like this and this carbon carry methyl group. Finally this non-bonding electrons will stabilize this cation and see, this will directly connected here like this, okay, and here there is a carmyl ketone and this carbon carry methyl. So that is pinacolic rearrangement ring contraction. Ring contraction possible only when if available migrating group is not conventionally available. If it is not conventionally available, definitely they undergo ring contraction. Okay. Some more additional reactions are there which are approximately equal to pinacolic rearrangement like this. See, if 1,2 hydroxy group is present, now this is CH3 and here what I am writing is I am writing a halogen and this is hydroxy. This is called beta halohydrin. This molecule name is beta halohydrin. When beta halohydrin is given, okay, so definitely it is carried out in presence of a metal, heavy metal cations. Then what happens, see, this halogen is removed directly. Why? Because heavy metal cations have a tendency to remove halogen. Now here you will get a carbocation. After getting this carbocation, see, adjacent carbon having a migrating groups, two symmetric migrating groups are present, you can migrate any one. Suppose if I migrate this methyl, now this carbon carry 3 methyl groups here. So can I write like this, 3 methyls I am writing like this, and finally this carbon you can write it as C double bond O. So I will give one unsymmetric halohydrin like this. This is CH3 and here carbon carry phenyl, okay, and here one more, here I am writing CH3, two different. And here also if you write phenyl methyl, it will be clear, so that it will relate it to migrating group. See, if I use any heavy metal cation, This halogen is going to be removed here. From this, which is a migrating group, which will create unstable cation, that is phenyl. If you migrate phenyl, you will get unstable cation here. So on this carbon, we should get 2 phenyls here. Then finally, this carbon carry C double bond O CH3. This is beta halohydrate. It is also possible, it is also works even for a epoxide. Here carbon hydrogen is present. Now here I would like to write CH3 and here one more CH3. Okay. So otherwise you can replace with a simple skeleton structure. Skeleton structure means, see, here I am writing carbon, phenyl and methyl, and here also carbon, phenyl and this is methyl. Now this is epoxide. Even epoxides also involved in this reaction in presence of Lewis bases, magnesium dibromide, that will coordinates here. It can open from any direction. So after opening from this side, now this carbon carry positive charge and this carbon carry methyl, already phenyl is present, then here O minus is present. Then finally what happens, see, this phenyl migrate from here to here. Okay, this is completely coordinated to magnesium. So we can write it like this, MgBr2, this is coordinate link with magnesium. Then finally this phenyl migrates from here to here, migration amplitude, this is CH3, now this is pH and this carbon carry C double bond O and this is CH3, that is the answer. You can also proceed with a diazonium, okay, beta amino alcohols. Now I am taking similar kind of example. This is a amine group here and this is CH3 and here one more CH3 and here OH. This is called beta, this is alpha and this is beta. So we can write it as beta amino alcohols. Beta amino alcohols also involve in phenolic type of rearrangement. So but what happens initially, we are going to use nitrous acid by maintaining 0 to 5 degrees centigrade of temperature, that will give diazonium. Okay, when molecule having a diazonium at beta position with respect to alcohol, this is carbon and it carrying 2 methyls are present. Now this is hydroxy group. Then definitely what happens is, this is called semi-phenolic rearrangement. Okay, so at beta position of alcohol, if there is a effective leaving group is present, that may undergo semi-phenolic rearrangement. Semi-phenolic rearrangement is a highly regioselective reaction as compared to phenolic rearrangement. Then what happens, see, blindly here this will be removed here. After removing this, you may get a carbocation. So after getting this carbocation, this carbon carry 2 methyl groups are present and with 1 hydroxy group. Definitely one phenyl is migrate from here to here, this will migrate from here. Now this carbon carry how many methyl groups? 3 methyl groups are oriented here and see, there is a positive charge and alcohol is present here. Okay. Now this cation is stabilized by this lone pair of electron. After stability of this carbocation, okay, deprotonation will take place here. Finally you may get this kind of carbonyl compound taken 3 times carbon and see, here you may get C double bond O CH3, that is the answer. So you can define a semi-phenolic rearrangement like this. This is called semi-phenolic rearrangement. So generally phenolic rearrangement is nothing but adjacent carbons, definitely there is a presence of a hydroxy groups. If hydroxy groups are not available, so if adjacent carbon may carry halogen, adjacent carbon may carry a leaving group, excellent leaving group, otherwise even it is applicable for epoxides. Okay. So you can define a semi-phenolic reaction like this. Semi-phenolic rearrangement. So what is a semi-phenolic rearrangement? How it is helps? Semi-phenolic rearrangement is almost all equal to phenol only, but what happens, see, it carry a excellent leaving group. Okay. See, I am selecting a molecules like this. Generally if I put hydroxy here, that is phenolic rearrangement. But right now I am taking, there is a presence of a hydroxy group here and here there is a presence of a excellent leaving group. It may be a iodine or it may be a diazonium, okay, or it may be a tosyl brosyl like this. See, OTS and here it is hydroxy group. So exactly you won't expect any kind of mirror image here, but definitely one excellent leaving group is present on beta carbon. This is alpha and this is beta, alpha, beta. alpha, beta. If beta carbon of alcohol having a excellent living group, in presence of base, it will give a carbonyl compound. That is called semi-phenolic rearrangement. Okay, so you may get a diazonium or tosylates. So not only this tosylates, you can also expect a brosylates here. This is BS. Okay, even we can also take a nosylates NS. Even we can also take a mesylates here. That is O, MS, and here hydroxy groups. So what are these tosylates here? Now it is an excellent living groups here, which carry this skeleton. Okay, this is called OTS. You can also represent like this. This is OTS, tosylates, sulfonic acid derivative with methyl para position. Now if I take a brosylate here, so what is a brosylate here? S double bond O, and here there is a presence of a bromine. This is called OBS. OBS. This skeleton is called brosylate. And what about nosylates? There is a presence of a nitro group. Here this is called ONS, nosylates. And what about mesylates? Mesylates is which carry a methyl group on sulfone. Okay, I will show what is a semi-phenolic rearrangement, how it is works. So definitely when tosylates or mesylates or any living group is given, that will completely belongs to semi-phenolic type of rearrangement. Okay, suppose see here I given carbon with 2 methyl groups, here also carbon with 2 methyl groups here. Now there is a hydroxy group is present like this. It is completely combined with tosyl chloride, one equivalent like that they will give. So now these two hydroxy groups are completely symmetric. So any one will attack on this tosyl and chlorine will be removed in the form of Cl minus. After removing this, what happens, see, this is CS3 and here one more CS3 and here this is CS3, this is OH and this carbon carry OTS. Now this carbon carry OTS, it is a blind regioselective reaction. Whichever carbon having a tosylate, that carbon is a terminus, and whichever carbon having hydroxy, it is a origin. So blindly it is a base catalyzed reaction. You can take any base, that base will take proton, it will migrate, this methyl migrate from here to here, it will be removed. That's why I am saying semi-phenolic rearrangement required a excellent living group. So finally what is the resultant answer? Now this carbon oxygen double bond and this carbon carry CS3 and here one more CS3, that is the answer. So at this place you can take either diazonium, iodine, you can take any one, but for tosylation, for gate examinations, even for CSR examination, even for IIT advanced and mains examination, so definitely what they will do, they will interconvert and they will ask questions. Interconvert means first they will give diol and they will ask which will be a living group. So you may take any diazonium even. So no need to see the type of orientation which may carry a primary, secondary like that, no need to see. See, generally here hydrogen methyl is there and here there is a living group is present. So in case of phenolic rearrangement, we are watching which hydroxy group is responsible to give stable carbocation. So in this case it is not required. Simply select that one which carry alcohol. It is completely a base catalyzed reaction. Take a base, remove this proton, migrate any one. Okay, so in this case we need to migrate hydrogen. Lighter groups are migrating now. N2 is completely removed. After removing this, now this CS3 carries C double bond O. CS3 C double bond O and here CS3 and followed by CS3 and here hydrogen. That is the answer. Okay. Suppose if two different alcohols are present, which will be get tosylated? This is most important question which is asked in examinations. See, I am taking a tertiary alcohol. This is a tertiary alcohol. This is OH. Now, this is a secondary alcohol. When primary, secondary, tertiary is present, out of these three, which will be get tosylated? Adding TS group on hydroxy is called tosylation. Now, here hydrogen and bulky group is present. Here it is a bulky group. Here two bulky groups are present. So whichever carbon having less crowding groups, that particular hydroxy group is responsible to attack on tosyl. Now these lone pairs are highly nucleophilic in nature, it will attack on tosyl, chloride is removed. Finally, tosylation will take place on this particular molecule, alcohol, see this will be tosylated. So this alcohol is get converted to tosylated now. Finally, if I use any base, now base will take this proton, finally methyl migrates here, tosyl will be removed out. So here you may get C double bond O and this carbon carry hydrogen, and how many methyls are present on this one? That is 2 methyls. One is a migrating group, it is a migrating group, it is migrate from here to here. That's it, simple. Okay. So this is a question which is asked in examination. Now see this. This is a cyclic 6-membered ring and here there is a bicyclic ring. Okay, it is completely projected above direction. And what they given? They given 2 hydroxy groups like this. Okay. So how they asked? They asked tosyl chloride 1 equivalent in presence of calcium carbonate. Okay. So first is tosyl chloride followed by calcium carbonate, means it is a semi-pinacolic rearrangement. First you make tosylation followed by calcium carbonate like this. This they asked. So that is your answer A. Okay. So this is on treatment with dimethyl sulfoxonium. Okay. Sulfoxonium derivative in presence of sodium hydrate. So what is your answer? B. It is asked in examination in many entrances. Okay. So we know this carbon carry 3 other carbons, so it is a tertiary, and this carbon carry only 2 hydrogens and 1 carbon, so it is a primary. So whichever alcohol is away from steric crowding, that alcohol is more nucleophilic and it will attacks on tosyl. Okay. Now tosylation will takes place on primary. Order of tosylation, remember, primary is preferred over secondary, secondary is preferred over tertiary. Steric crowding is responsible for this. Okay. Now what is your sequence? What is A? First here the 6-membered is as usual. Okay. Now here this oxygen attacks on tosyl, finally you may get tosylation over here, right? That is your first product. After this calcium carbonate, already explained, semi-pinacolic rearrangement is a base catalyzed reaction. So when tosylation is takes place over here, okay, next is this carbon carry leaving group. Now this carbon carry 2 migrating groups are present. So definitely it is a base catalyzed reaction. Now it will take proton here. So you can write like this, it is hydroxy group like this. Now it will take proton, it will migrate, and you can break either this bond or this bond. Why? Because both are CH2s. Now this will migrate and attack here, and tosylation is completely removed. Okay. Now see, you can write like this. See, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is 6 and this is one more 7. Total 7 carbons are present. So can I write like this? Here I am writing a 7-membered ring like this. Now this and this are get connected. Okay, it is completely above the plane only. It is completely above the plane. Now this is connected to CH2. Okay. Next later this CH2 adjacent there is a presence of a carbonyl group. That is your answer A. This is semi-pinacolic type of rearrangement. And this is a reagent which is responsible to convert any carbonyl compound to epoxide. Okay. So remember, this is dimethyl sulfoxonium derivative. Okay. Dimethyl sulfoxonium derivative. Otherwise we can write it like this. O minus ion you can write like this. So if you want to write in neutral form, you can remove this one. This is negative and this is positive, and here it is carried in presence of a sodium hydrate. Okay. Sulfoxonium derivative is responsible to make conversion of like this. Here there is a presence of methylation. There is a methylation product is expected over here. That is completely B. Okay. Dimethyl sulfonium, dimethyl sulfoxide, and its corresponding derivatives are responsible this kind of products. Okay. So you can also take a nitroalkane. Okay, this is the selective application which is asked in examination. This is carbonyl group here. Now I am taking a nitroalkane. So when nitroalkanes are reacts with NaOET, so here you may expect a deprotonation, you will get a carbanion. This carbanion responsible to attacks on this carbonyl. See, this base will take proton here, you will get carbanion. This carbanion total part will attack on this carbonyl. If they attack here, you may get hydroxy, and this is carbon. This carbon directly connected to methyl, and this is also having NO2, right? Direct steps I am writing. So after this what happens, see, I would like to use HNO2, nitrous acid. Otherwise first you make reduction. Okay, so reduction. Okay, hydrogenation reaction. So reduction of hydrogen, that is in presence of metal. Okay, so any metal in presence of acid medium makes reduction. So nitro is get converted to, how it is get converted? It is get converted to amine, NH2. This is OH. After getting this amine, now use NaNO2 in presence of hydrochloric acid by maintaining 0 to 5 degrees centigrade of temperature. What is your next step? That amine is get converted to diazonium. Can I write like this? Nitrogen, nitrogen, diazonium, and here hydroxy group is present. Now use calcium carbonate, base catalyzed reaction. What happens? Ring expansion. See, this base will take this proton and migrate here, it will attack and N2 is removed. Finally, how many membered ring? 7 membered ring. See, this is a 7 membered ring. This carbon carry carbonyl group here. Now adjacent carbon, this is directly connected to this one. This one carry methane, right? C double bond O adjacent to this carbon. This carbon carry methyl and this is this carbon. So that is the answer. Like this interconversions you can expect for semi-pinocolic type of rearrangement. Okay, so one more I will give. See, I am taking a cyclopropanone. When cyclopropanone on treatment with magnesium in dry ether. So what is your resultant answer? A. After getting this A, it is on treatment with H2SO4 in water. So your answer B is, what is AB in this reaction? So what is the role of magnesium? Magnesium is a secondary group metal which have a tendency to lose 2 electrons, and here they are not given 2 partners here. So we should take 2 partners which will carry a radical mechanism. So here generally carbonyl group is present. Now here already 2 electrons are present. Now magnesium having 2 electrons in their outermost valence shell. If I take 2 equivalents of this, now what happens? See, here bond dissociation takes place here. Now this electron takes 1 electron from magnesium. Second molecule also will take 1 electron to magnesium like this. Now magnesium is losing how many electrons? 2 electrons. When magnesium loses 2 electrons, then definitely see, you may get this kind of skeleton. This oxygen initially here 1 electron is present, here also 1 electron, this will take this electron, you will get -1. And second partner, this is your second molecule. Second molecule also -1 is there, here 1 electron. This electron get combined together and forms a 3-membered ring like this. This is O minus, here also O minus. So this will take 2 protons here. Already this mechanism I explained. From here onwards, you go through pinocol-pinocolone type of rearrangement. There this mechanism I explained. So this molecule is your answer A. So after getting this, I given H plus in water. What is the resultant answer? 3-membered becomes 4-membered. 3-membered as usual. 4-membered you write carbonate. This pyrocarbon is your resultant product. Okay, one more question I will give, just you practice it. I am taking a unsaturated olefin. This unsaturated olefin on treatment with chlorine. Okay, so chlorine reacts with olefin, you may get A. So after getting this, now your resultant molecule reacts with silver 1 oxide in aqueous medium. Okay, so your answer is B. So after getting this product B, it is on treatment with H2SO4 in water. So your product is C. What is ABC in this reaction? We know very well, chlorine reacts with olefin, you will get a 1,2 dihaloalkane. 1,2 dihaloalkane. Chlorine is present. Silver 1 oxide reacts with halogens to convert into alcohol. So here alcohol formation will take place. Now sulfuric acid in water responsible to convert any 1,2 diol into carbonyl, that is called pinocol-pinocolone rearrangement. Out of these 2 carbons, which is selective? Left one is selective. And in this one hydrogen atom is migrating. When hydrogen is migrating, now this will carry carbonyl compound. That is the answer. Okay, next one more, just you go through it. This is last one. See, this is unsymmetric olefin. Now I am going to react with HOBr, water in bromine, HOBr. So which is the negative ion here? HOBr. Negative ion is HO minus Br plus. So for your understanding purpose, I written charges, but in your examination they will give in neutral form only. They won't represent with a dipoles. So after getting this C, here it is going to react with a silver cation. So your product is. They will give silver chloride, silver bromide like that. What will be your answer? Okay. See, HOBr, HO is negative ion, Br is positive ion. Now we can follow a Markovnikov rule for this unsymmetric olefin. Negative part of the reagent attacks on olefinic carbon having less number of hydrogens. Okay, that is called Markovnikov rule. So this is the negative part of the reagent adding on this olefinic carbon having less number of hydrogens. Now this will carry hydroxy and this will carry halogen. That's it. Halohydrine. And this is called beta halohydrine. When beta halohydrine reacts with this, and finally what happens, see, this carbon halogen is removed and this methyl migrate from here to here. So this carbon, two methyls are there, one methyl migrates, so you can write carbonyl. And here this carbon already one methyl is there, it is migrating. That is your answer. Okay. So that is about semi-pinacolic rearrangement, and that is about variable number of applications of pinacol, pinacolone rearrangement. Okay. That is about this class. So try to like our video, share our video and put a comment in comment section. Whichever comment you want, it may be related to video or it may be related to your topic of interest. Anything you can put in a comment section. We require your support. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for your support.